Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. Welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Toss left side, caught by his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Giants.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
That's complete. Bryce Ford-Wheaton. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's good for a Giants first down. That's going to be intercepted. Past midfield. Inside the 30. The ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Shotgun. It's Dart. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Giants.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looks like he has that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On 2nd down, Dart. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Dart gonna throw it again. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Throwing again, Dart. He's got it at about the 8, and he's in. Touchdown, Giants. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin.
Calvin Austin on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Williams going to throw on the 1st play. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
Intended for DJ.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the 1st time with DeAndre Swift. Inside the 40. DeAndre Swift. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 14-6 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Tries to start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Motion man is Hyatt. Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. Fires left sideline. That is complete. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Moving outside the pocket. He's going to run it. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third and 2, and it's Dart. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Dart. Overrun him in a flash, and he lost the football. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. So give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Bears. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Showing off the big legs. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Motion man is Hyatt. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
We'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Tyler Newman is there for the stop. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Johnson. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A big-time play for the Bears. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
First 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal. Hill is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. This defense continuing to give up points Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 9. Looking to throw. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, got it, and that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go, and here's Dart. Downfield, that's Hyatt. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down. Big letdown defensively. They allow him to convert on 4th and long.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
To the air once more is Dart. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, New York.
And while everyone's going to focus on the play downfield, this touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, and when great awareness meets great scheme, all you need is great execution.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here. Another run by Swift. On the sideline to the 40. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nineteen Tiger.
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Chicago.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
What is that?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Vegas! What is up? Go with him.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. That's hot. It's the tight end, Komet. And he'll take this one in. Komet, touchdown, Chicago. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. On 1st down, Dart. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of a gun, here comes Dart. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Dart gonna throw it again. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're gonna line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
What is that?
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's out left and complete to Burton. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bears will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half. This is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
Here we go.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Once to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Ready, up.
A play fake. Now Williams. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Phillips.
So we saw in the 1st half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks and allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Out of a shotgun, it's Dart. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and He's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Third down.
Here's Dart. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play. It stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
Ready, trip, 12, Buddha.
They'll go play action here with Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Ready, sit up.
Give up the middle with Smith. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it third and 8.
Third, they need 8.
Hot squad, hot squad. Ready, sit up. Hey.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. To the goal line and in. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Bears.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Dart's going to throw here. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
3rd and 11.
To throw is Dart, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on 4th
unfair. I mean, 4th and a mile. You got nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's able to just tuck it down and pick it up with his legs. There's just not a lot of guys in the league that can make that play, and you can see a lot of those defenders hanging their heads saying, we know we just gave him one.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. This one taken in by Hyatt. And they're going to get this ball 25 yards. That's good for a giant first down. Throwing. Dart. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon. And a nice return here as well. He takes it up to the 45-yard line. Now after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Run play. This is Hill. And he'll get forward for a couple. Deontay Banks comes up to make the play.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll run here with Hill. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4.
What is up?
Williams. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. Good for a Bears first down.
What is up?
They will run it over center with Swift. Finding room to the 20. And he will get into the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Bears add on to their already sizable lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Showing off the big legs. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They work forward to the 40-yard line. Rubin hit the right. There for the tackle. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On the run to the right. They'll try and get there on the ground. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Giants.
First down.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 37.
Looking from the shotgun. He'll hand this one off.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Okay, ready?
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready?
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Second down, they need 7.
Here we go. Set. The Cougar 19.
He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means. But I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Not far here. 3rd and a lot.
Dragon 60. Drop 60. Drop 60. Five in. Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. They're going to have it at their own 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big-time play for the Bears. It's a gain of 34.
What is it?
Here's Hill. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Alexander on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
What is it?
Now up. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. And it looked like one of the Bears was able to get in there. He did, so the ball stays with Chicago.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives him a first down.
And I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's get credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've held him in check throughout.
On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Now a toss play, running left. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Try to get this one on the ground. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
To him on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13.
Ready to run.
A run here with Swift. And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with third. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bears stretch things out even further.
Giants 12. Chase McLaughlin set.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
46-yard line.
it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Flush to his right. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Third and long.
Come on, set! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! Mustang 19! Ready?
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
7 Pirates! 18, Pioneer! Cup 19! Cup 19!
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is hard. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Out to his right. He can't get away, and he loses the football. The Bears have it. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. It's a fumble return for 2 points for the defense.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And now problems on the kickoff. This ball goes out of bounds, and a flag comes in. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Second and 11.